Your exams are close, you want an academic comeback, and you need help planning your revision. You, my friend, are in the right place. Because today I'm going to give you the ultimate academic comeback revision planner, including a free template for you to save and use yourself. Helping you be the best student you possibly can be on today's episode of Sustainable Study Secrets. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of the Sustainable Study Secrets series. I want to give you a planner that can help you structure your revision better to know what to revise, when to revise it, how to revise it. Without further ado, let's get into it. I want you to choose a subject. We're doing this by subject, and then I want you to print out your specification or a list of topics that will turn up on your exam. For standardised exams, such as in the UK we have GCSEs and A-levels, there will be something called a specification. All you need to do is search up GCSE, your subject, your exam board, and the specification is the first thing that will come up. Then you're going to go through it, or you're going to look at all of the topics. Hopefully most of them you'll remember, or you'll recognise at least. But you'll have a little bit of, did I get this the first time around? Do I know this? Would I be happy if this came up on the exam? I want you to just put things into a category as I would be happy if this came up on the exam, or I wouldn't be very happy actually. Highlighting things in either green to say happy with it or red to be like, this needs a bit of work. And then as always, we will start on your red areas. But before we just jump into revision, this is where the revision planner comes in. Step 1. We are going to get a list of all of these topics that we picked out from the specification that are in red. And we are going to write down next to it, why is this topic in red? Do I just not understand the content? Or did I miss all of the marks on this topic in my past exam? Do I not really understand how to apply the knowledge that I have to the exam questions? What is the issue? I want you to write this down. After this, I want you to decide whether it is a priority. So you will know whether certain topics are priority subjects. For example, we will have topics that come up time and time again. You've probably seen them in every test that you've done, every mock exam. You can't get away from them. It's almost guaranteed to come up on the exam. And then you also have little nuanced areas of the specification. You have little topics that are quite unlikely to come up, honestly, or that critically don't really relate to many other topics. You'll find core concepts and ideas in things like A-level maths, like differentiation. This forms a foundation of a load of other mathematical concepts you work upon. Or, for example, in GCSE maths, you have like expanding brackets. You have to be able to do that to answer a variety of different kinds of questions. If it's a core topic that you don't understand, that is very high priority. But if it's something really small on the specification that doesn't really link to many other things, that can be seen as lower priority. Of course, you should know everything on the specification, but if you have to make a trade-off, it should be on those things. Then, based on this previous information, I want you to devise a strategy. If it's a content issue, if you just don't really understand, how something works in maths or just can't really get your head around something in science, I need to watch a YouTube video on it. A good teacher on YouTube can genuinely be a substitute for a good teacher in real life. If your problem is exam technique, you need to look up how you answer specific types of question. Is there a paragraph structure? How are other students doing it? Look at model answers, read examiners' reports. There can be a variety of reasons that your topics are in red. Just devise a strategy. How are you going to tackle that thing in particular? Because for me, if I didn't understand how to write an essay in GCSE English Literature, but I knew all the content, it would be futile just going over the content again and again. And then finally, using all of this information, I want you to rank the difficulty of the topics. No matter how many topics there is, rank them in difficulty order. And then, by looking at all of these different categories, you should be able to identify what should be worked on first. You need to work on those high priority, most difficult topics that come up time and time again, that you have a fundamental misunderstanding of, because this will have the biggest impact on your grade. It's most likely to come up, and if you don't understand that, then you likely won't understand loads of other different subtopics on the specification. So knowing that is the first step, and that's what you need to start your revision by focusing on. And luckily for you, you've devised a strategy of how you will understand it. When you start understanding those critical core concepts of a subject, everything else becomes easier and your grades will increase massively. As promised, here is the ultimate academic comeback revision planner for you to screenshot, but it's honestly a very easy thing to just make in Excel, and then obviously you can have track of it for yourself. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode of Sustainable Study Secrets. Okay, bye bye, love you guys. Mwah!